So Behzad, how long have you been in business of interior design?
Architecture and interiors in the last 9 years now. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is your office located?
Office is at Haji Ali in Mumbai.
Okay. What is your staff strength?
We're 16.
16 people.
That's right.
Okay. What would be your area of specialization?
We do high-end residential, high-end commercial interiors, and we also do a lot of architecture projects like schools, residential buildings, high-end villas.
Okay. So it covers the entire...
More or less everything and anything under the sun.
Okay. And what is the most challenging out of these?
Most challenging, I would say, is basically high-end residential interiors. The reason being is because the client's demands are much more in-depth, in detail.
Personalized.
Needs to be more personalized. Attention needs to be on a much more higher level. What you need to do is you also need to understand their requirements in great depth and detail. And of course, the variety and the options are much more higher when you're doing high-end residential interior in terms of creativity as well. It's not like an office or let's say a residential building that we're doing. So yes, it's definitely much more challenging and much more demanding as well.
Okay.
Yes.
What are the timelines that you take to design a home or an office?
Starting from 2 months to 6 months.
2 months is possible?
Definitely possible for especially an office.
Okay.
And on an average 6 months for residents from
What
start to
size?
end. From a 2 BHK to a 4 BHK. A 2 BHK would also take 6 months and 4 BHK would also take 6 months because 2 BHK reason we to take 6 months is because of a constraint of space and you cannot multiply agencies working in a smaller space. 4 BHK again 6 months because you can multiply the agencies in different areas of the house because the area is much more larger.
Okay. What would be a dream project for you?
Dream project would definitely be a luxury 5 or 7-star hotel.
7-star hotel.
Yes.
Okay. And some of the best projects executed by you so far would be?
Some of the restaurants, some of the residential projects that we've done, some of the projects that we've won awards for, and especially projects, certain projects which were there as part of my early career as well.
Okay.
Yes.
Would you like to name a few?
One would be an office at Tarve which belongs to a client of ours. There is a residence at Marine Drive which is a very close friend now as well, the client. A restaurant in Mulund, and we're doing very high-end luxury villa at Pune,
Okay.
which is shaping out very well.
Okay.
So that is definitely a project which is very
So
close right now.
what would be architect Behzad's trademark? What would be your...
I personally believe a philosophy that we don't have any personal signature style.
Okay.
And the very reason is because every client has different needs, different requirements and different tastes. We don't try and impose any particular idea onto a client immediately. What we do is we try and understand their likings and their dislikes and we work around that. The reason is because eventually the architect's role, the architect doesn't stay or use that particular space once it's done. It's going to be used by the end user. Okay. And it definitely needs to reflect his style, his personality, their way of being and living as well. So definitely, I think an architect is basically like a doctor who teaches you to being well through a certain channel, and it's up to the body to respond to that treatment. So we basically give that kind of treatment to our customers so that eventually they are happy end of the day with what they've got. And that also helps in differentiating one project to the other. Otherwise, you'd end up having similar design patterns happening all over. So that's definitely what has worked for us.
Wonderful. What role does wallpaper play in your projects?
Tremendous. I would say, as on date, I would say most of our projects, say if we're doing, today we're doing around 42 projects. Out of those 42, at least 35 projects would have wallpaper treatments. And the reason being is because one, is the trend which initially started in the early 90s with texture paints and or let's say highlighting a particular wall with a color. What happens is with paints is that one is the finish doesn't come out too well. Okay, there's no consistency in the finishing. Okay, there is a certain limitation with the product as well. Wallpapers, the initial concept of wallpapers in the early 90s was as a replacement for painting your house. And today the concept is far much more different. It's all about making a statement or highlighting a wall. These days we're using wallpapers in ceilings, we're using wallpapers on cupboards, we're using wallpapers on plasma panels. Wherever the option can be utilized, where a certain wallpaper can be highlighted. So I would say most of my projects do come out, or most what happens is during the process of a project, till 3/4 stage, the clients feel like it looks too mundane. But once the wallpapers are put up, the transformation is like 100%. So yes, wallpapers play a tremendous role in our projects.
Wonderful. Anything else you would like to add for the viewers?
I think what viewers need to understand is that most architects or designers, when they introduce a client to a particular vendor, is that they need to understand that there is a particular reason behind it. Is because one is that the architect can service the client better. Okay. Most architects, since they're working day in and day out in this particular field, they have tried and tested hundreds of vendors, and then they shortlist a few because based on one is the quality of the product, that is the content which the vendor would give, and also the service that the vendor would give after application or after execution, which is most important. And it's not, an architect's role today is not just defined by designing a residence and making sure that the execution happens. It's also about assisting a client post the person has started using the space. And that is the most critical period where a lot of people lag behind. And that is what I understand is one of a strength which an architect or a designer should possess. And to service clients better is to have, it's much more necessary for an architect to have a very good support team. And that support team can only happen when that rapport is, or that relationship has been developed over time. And that is why architects would prefer certain agencies to be worked with on certain projects. It is only beneficial to the customer.